Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Under the Stadium Lights, is what it's called. I found it on DirecTV. Now, when you read the description on IMDb, it says, Brothers Keeper is a true story about the '09 Abilene High School football team. That's all it says. And there's not even a second one in IMDb. So, I guess it was called Brothers Keeper and became Under the Stadium Lights. I don't know. It's a true story about football. I mean, how much better can it get, right? So, Milo Gibson is in it. And there's somebody else in it that I recognize from the picture. But I can't find them. Anyway, that's not who I thought it was. So, anyway, it's 3.9 on IMDb, but only 126 people have rated it so far. So, hour and 49 minutes long. Let me get into it, find out really what it's about. I have a pause right now. It says in 2008, the Abilene Eagles dominated their regular season 10-0. So whatever. I don't know. Let's get into it, find out more about it, and then let you know if it's any good. I'm excited. I'll be back. Hey everybody. We're at the credits of Under the Stadium Lights. Sorry, no check-ins tonight. I totally forgot, actually, is what happened. The guy I was trying to remember in the beginning, Laurence Fishburne, isn't it? A very small role. So he's just like, he owns the barbecue place that everybody goes to. So it's interesting because he's in it and he has a small role, but I thought maybe it was more significant. Maybe you would see that at the end. So this is all based on a true story. I think I told you about that. And it centers around a Texas team in Aberdeen. I think I'm saying that right? With a bunch of kids that don't have the greatest home life or have some kind of situation going on. So basically, they're trying to win at football is what the movie's all around. The team, they make a big deal out of the team the year before was supposed to be great and they lost in the first round or something like that. And now there's this team who wasn't as good as that team. But that's really, what they should have centered, what they kind of did, but should have centered around a little bit more and not focus on that is the fact that this team of young kids have all these home problems, and yet they're being successful at football. And that's ultimately what it is. And they go down a lot of different characters, not just the football players, but also there's also a minister that comes in and meets with them to talk about things and stuff like that, and his home life as well. Nothing really down the coaching alley, it's just really the players and him. And there's a lot of different storylines, and it's showing all that. So it's how they overcome adversity and how they're going to do in football is really what it's all about. It was okay, wasn't great. I don't think it's a 3.9, don't get me wrong. But I was hoping for a little bit more. I still enjoyed it. And I've never heard of them before, so if you've heard of this team before, maybe you'd know. Here's one thing I really did enjoy. For the most part, there were small pieces, but for the most part, as they're showing these kids and stuff like that, and then they go into the football games, they actually show the real football from 2009. So they're not showing these actors, and faking football and stuff like that. There are pieces where I think they did that, just for a little bit more effect. But for the most part, they showed the real live footage from 2009 of these guys being successful. Like I like to see at the end of every movie, I like to see pictures of the real people. We didn't get that too much. Small ones that you couldn't tell. And then I like to know what happened since the film. And they have that. And I enjoy that, but they focus more on the town, maybe the minister a little bit, not so much the football team, the players that, you really want to learn more about. Like, these two kids, they're cousins. One was a quarterback, one was a running back. Sims. Herschel Sims and Rondell Sims. And they were phenomenal, at least in this whole thing. And I wanted to know what happened to them. So I have to look it up myself. I wanted to know from the film, what did these guys go on to do, Where are they today? How did they overcome adversity even after the movie was over? You know what I mean? So a little disappointed in that because it was a lot of good character development You know, everything that's going on with these individual players, but in the end, they made it more about the town and the team. And I get it, you want to make it more about the team, but not them in particular. The ending was kind of strange during Dairy Queen at the end, and it was just like, I don't know. Didn't like the way that, you know, I get the whole thing, and the whole thing is built up for the one game, and I don't know. If you watch it, you'll know what I mean. I think. Maybe not. Maybe you'll enjoy it and love it and think they ended it perfectly. Not that it's a cliffhanger or anything like that. It just... And not that you need it tied up in a bow, but you need... I don't know. The arc to be completed of that character, I guess. I don't know, in a sense. That would have been nice. If, you know, they focused on these guys, and then coming to the end and saying, boom, you know, like a little, hey, here's a real picture of that guy, and here's kind of what happened. And maybe it's not that good of a story that you don't want to tell it, you know. But I thought it was interesting because they really focus, like in a lot of high school football movies, you know, they're going to focus on the players, of course, but usually there's girl drama involved. Nothing in here, you know, or them being in trouble. None of that is highlighted in here, if it happened or not. You know, they were all pretty good kids. It was more about their family life kind of thing. So, I like that aspect. I mean, I don't think I would say it's faith-based. You know, they did bring in prayer a little bit and stuff like that. The whole theme of this team was bro keep, so my brother's keeper, and how they are there together as a family. And I thought they did a good job with that piece of it. But I think they committed to doing individual stories, but then at the end they kind of made it about the team. Just a little disconnect there. I think that could have been done better. But otherwise, you know, I love movies about true stories. I love football movies. And I liked how they had all the real live action in there. So that was really neat to see. Just a little bit more here and there. Maybe I'm being overcritical because these are the kind of movies I really enjoy. So that's what I got for you. Hopefully that was helpful. I feel like I rambled a lot. But I got everything out that I wanted to say, and I didn't spoil it. And I don't know if I said they're a 5A team. 5A in Texas. So that's a pretty darn good team. Alright. There you go. Check it out if you like those things. Now you know what to look for, and maybe you won't see them as challenges as I do, but you'll really enjoy the film a lot more than I did. I don't know. Now, again, I'm rambling. I'm out of here. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. If you want, put some comments in. Whatever you want to do. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.